Amazing. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Things are a bit different around here because these days I'm having to squeeze in my videos while the little one is napping. So I have my monitor here, keeping an ear out. Today, I want to talk about hacks for motherhood because I've been thinking to myself, there's literally no way that this motherhood thing has no hacks. There have to be hacks, right? And so I want to share with you some of my favorite hacks, and I'm going to rack my brain all the way from the beginning of life till where we are right now. My baby is 9 months old, and I have an older sister who has two girls. And that has been really helpful for me because I'm the type of person that I want to see someone do it, and then I can optimize when it's my turn. I can hack my way through this whole thing. And so I'm a person who loves hacks, and my family's always like, Timmy, there's not a hack for everything. But I'm like, there's a hack for most things. I want to share with you some of the hacks I found. So, um, number one, I'm always the type of person who is going to ask myself, just because people say I need this, does it really mean that I need to have this, right? So let's talk first about breastfeeding. So when the baby first came home from the hospital, I was exclusively breastfeeding. I found out it was super stressful. Here's the first hack. Number one, if you can avoid being the only one who's responsible for feeding the baby, I know sometimes ego makes us want to feel like, hey, it's me, I'm doing it. If you have a spouse, if you have a partner who is ready to help you with this, my husband was so helpful. My sister shared with me that a really good baby bottle that is helpful is the MAM, MAM. The MAM bottles have nipples that are very similar to the real. It's really similar to the real nipple. And so, whenever I think my baby was about a few weeks old, maybe like 6 weeks old, I finally introduced the bottle and I took breast milk and I put it into the MAM bottle. All of that stuff about nipple confusion, he was not confused. He was like, oh, there's milk in there? Great, I'm going to have that. And so, that's a really good one. So, if you have the MAM bottle, here's another hack. If you are moving now from straight up milk to smoothies, instead of buying a whole new like smoothie cup, you can actually swap out the MAM nipples and they have a nipple that is specifically for smoothies. So keep your same bottles, change out the nipple. Also, you can like the introductory MAM kit comes with different sizes, like little one, bigger one. I think the big one is like 8 ounces or something like that. Um, those come with introductory nipples. You can order the bigger nipples with a faster flow for when your baby gets older. You don't need to buy new bottles. I've had the same bottle for 9 months. That whole set has helped me. I keep them in rotation all the time. On the same topic of breastfeeding and milk and stuff like that, my pediatrician recently was like, hey, is your baby breastfeeding to sleep? And I was like, yeah. And so, because he has teeth now, you want to avoid, is what she was telling me, you want to avoid actually having milk on the teeth overnight. So, what she recommended, because she was saying at 9 months old, the baby's actually old enough to sleep through the night without getting hungry. Most of the time, he's getting up out of habit. So she recommended keeping a little bottle of water, baby water, in the crib. And when he wakes up, he can actually drink it himself. My baby's so funny because he is such a G. He'll like drink the bottle with one hand and just kind of tip his head back. So yeah, it actually has been working. Keep a small bottle of water. That way, when your baby is waking up, he's probably parched more than actually hungry. And so that bottle of water is helpful. The other day, I went in there, we gave him a 4 ounce small bottle of water. It was done by the time he woke up. So that was pretty cool. So that's the first one. Number two, don't believe the hype about bougie diapers. Like, don't believe the hype about bougie diapers. So um, I'm so fortunate. My husband and I had so many diapers given to us at the beginning of our pregnancy. At the baby shower, if you haven't already had your shower, do a diaper raffle, um, like some kind of present for whoever brings the most diapers or wipes or whatever. To this day, we're just now starting to buy um, diapers. I think at 6 months is when we started buying diapers. We had so many that were given to us, so that's a blessing. So yeah, babies can't, especially wipes. If you don't want to use um, like discount or like non-name brand diapers, like I use Parents' Choice. I used to use Pampers and Huggies and all the things. The only one I won't use is Loves. I feel like Loves is kind of like anyway. But yeah, we realize our baby does not know the difference between Huggies and Pampers and whatever. Some people feel very strongly about it, but that's another one. Wipes, buy them in bulk because you'll need a lot of them. Can we time out for a second and talk about bath time? Bath time, I remember seeing my sister, she has to do this now because her girls are bigger and they bathe in a big bathtub. I'm not super excited for that. I didn't want to bathe the baby as wiggly as he was in a bathtub, so instead we got one of those countertop bathtubs. The brand we got was Lalo, and it was actually a gift from my coworkers. So the Lalo brand has a kind of grow with me type of tub, and so lay it on the sink, and we make sure that the drain is right above the sink, so it drains into the sink when I'm done. And I love it because I only have to fill up that much water. Like it's like maybe this high of water, not even that much. So I'm not using a lot of water, and I'm saving my back, and I love that for me. Another hack. Whenever you're buying bath toys, be very careful because some of the bath toys have like that squeezy kind of function. And so it's very easy for mold to get trapped in there. I got a set of toys, and I wish I was showing all these things. I have to show it later, maybe on a reel or something. But get the kind of toys that have a larger hole that water can just pour out, and it doesn't get stuck in there and have mold. So it's really easy for us to dry those in between. Um, yeah, I have a set of like different animals, and they come in their own boats, but you can unplug it, and all of the water just pours out. So I love that. Another thing with that is that we randomly got there's this toy that's like it's a spray, and it's a elephant spray, and the elephant is like it's like a shower head. I really like it for washing the baby's hair. um, you don't need it, obviously. It is something that can be used for like you can use a cup instead, but we had this one. It was like pretty inexpensive when we bought it. I like it because it will be good for like hosing off the baby for different things. So if he gets messy, you can hose him off. If he's it's also introducing him to like the shower feel. So water pouring on him, even water pouring on his face, he's not really stressed out about it. So I love that for him. A couple more things. When it comes to soaps and all the things, I went through so many. Once again, we had really generous people. I don't know if my neighbors are like bowling up there. I don't know. Pray for them. Pray for us. My gosh. Um, what was I saying? Oh, soaps, lotion, all the things. So we got all of these really great kits that were like baby lotion and baby shampoo. Truth be told, I'm kind of side eyeing them because a lot of those two in ones are not built for babies of color. And so my little black baby was using the shampoo, and his hair was falling out, and he was like bald. It was kind of crazy. So we've changed that. Now, instead of using liquid soaps, I actually changed to a really great Castile soap that I found online. The brand is called what's the brand called? Dr. Natural. Dr. Natural Castile soap, and it's their black soap. It's like a reddish brown color, and it smells divine. It is so nice. It's a bar soap. It's a bar soap, and I have these really great washcloths. And the washcloths are, you add a little bit of water, and it gets so sudsy. And I love having a bar soap for my baby wash. It's not something I would have thought of before, but as I was wanting to become more natural in my approach to like bathing my baby and taking care of his skin, I have really, really enjoyed that Castile soap. So I found it at Walmart. and it's really inexpensive. I'm letting go of all the trade secrets, but I'm telling y'all because I love a hack. So for I want to say it's like $2-3, can't be more than $4, but it comes with a 2 pack, 2 bar soaps, and usually I just cut it in half because a little goes a long way, and it is such a great soap, and it's great all over his body, suds up really well, rinses off really clean, and it's not too drying. Before I was using baby lotion that was unscented. Strangely enough, Aldi makes a really great baby lotion that's unscented, and I think it's like an oatmeal type of one. It's a good lotion. So when I'm using a commercial lotion, I actually use Aldi baby lotion. They make really good baby food also. That's an aside. So yes, I would recommend you check that out if you haven't already. Aldi, I want to say it's like maybe $4, and it's a pretty big thing of lotion. I have recently started putting on my baby shea butter when he's at home. When he's at home, I won't lie to you, I don't love the smell of raw shea butter, but he looks so shiny. I love a shiny black baby. I feel like babies look so well loved when their skin is like glowy and they're shiny. And he's an African baby. He should be smothered in shea butter. It's his inheritance. Okay, so love that for him. Um, One thing about sunscreen, I just now started taking him on a daily morning walk. We have a cute little baby hat that he wears, but his little legs are out. I don't believe in putting shoes on babies that don't walk. He doesn't yet walk. He's 9 months old. He's like crawling and stuff, but what does he need shoes? So he'll be in his little stroller and his toes are out. His toes are out, and he is just living his best life. Look at him trying to wake up. Let me hurry this up. Um, Yes, so toes out. Here's another thing. Speaking of toes, I'm kind of all over the place, but I want to remember all the hacks. Speaking of toes, my baby wears these things called sock shoes. And they're really great for when your baby isn't yet walking, like I said. And when they're not yet walking, why do they need to be wearing shoes? So I love a sock shoe because it's like, it's a flexible sock. It doesn't really have an upper other than like a little band on top, and it's stretchy and it fits to accommodate his different sizes and things like that. So they fit every outfit, and I love that. Usually, I keep a set of sock shoes in his diaper bag, and then I keep a set of sock shoes like in his closet. So as we're running out this summer, he hasn't worn real shoes most days. He's just wearing sock shoes. Now that it's getting a little sweaty out there, there are some sandals that are like croc-like material, water shoes that he might wear, but for the most part, all throughout the fall, he was wearing sock shoes. Yeah, so sock shoes. Okay, hacks. Hacks for clothing. Now, I have a few for my sister. First, if you're out here doing baby laundry and you are drowning in baby laundry, let me help you out. Number one, if you're folding your clothes, you don't need to fold clothes for little babies. Please, that's too much. All those little pieces in your I hang my clothes. I bought all these baby hangers. I hang the clothes. And here's a little hack for you. If you're hanging um, like um, onesies, hang them by the crotch. Snap them at the crotch, and you can put like 1, 2, 3 onesies hanging upside down. Hang them in the closet. Hang everything that you can. Secondly, I love a good one piece for my child. I just did his laundry this morning, and I was so happy because I invested in these really, it's summer right now, these really thin bamboo, like they're almost like zip up one pieces. And it's one piece. You put it on, you zip it from the thigh all the way up to the neck, and you're done. And I have, I want to say like 7 of them. Didn't do it on purpose, but they usually come in multi packs and with different colors. And so he has one for every day of the week. Okay. So he can play, and it's very like comfortable. It's not too warm, not too loose. It's like something he can just wear, not too tight, and he can roam around and feel free. So if you ever are thinking about what is the best play suit for my child, I like those pieces, especially when they're shorts, because when they're shorts, I try to stay away from like footed things. When they're shorts, it's easier for them to outgrow them and still be able to wear them. If you're putting your child in a footed thing, he literally feels stuffed inside. So I I think people gifted me footed outfits, but I myself did not buy footed outfits for the baby because it just didn't really make sense. So yes, I that's another hack. Stay away from footed things if you want your clothes to stretch. Babies run through clothes so quickly. Help yourself by getting footless pajamas, footless one pieces, anything that you can get that has like no feet. Great, because baby socks exist. If they need their feet covered, just put them in socks. Okay. So when it comes to socks, I would recommend crew socks over ankle socks because crew socks can kind of grow with your child. You can fold them and adjust them as you need. Um, and then next thing, I love to get separates for babies as soon as you can because then you can mix and match. So getting a little t-shirt and a little set of shorts this summer. It's not like he has a uniform, but he has a set of clothes that are in rotation, like play clothes at home. So he has little t-shirts or little like cut off tanks, and then he has a set of shorts that I bought in a pack of three, and it's like blue, gray, black, and they fit literally every shirt that he has in his closet. So love that for us. So that's clothes. Another thing with the laundry situation, I like to sort my laundry as I'm pulling it out of the dryer or very close to pulling it out of the dryer. I have a basket, and as I pull them out, I put the shirts together, the things that are going to be hanging upside down, the onesies, I put those together. I have a billion of those little washcloths that I just keep in rotation. I don't even fold those. I have a little bin and I toss them in there. It's orderly, even though it's not folded and things like that. Yeah, so sort as you're taking it out of the dryer, and it doesn't have to be anything other than you just laying it on the side of the um, laundry basket. It doesn't have to be super serious. I would recommend doing laundry like once a week for your baby. That also requires you to have enough clothes to last the whole week. Secondly, swaddles. Get swaddles. And he has a swaddle now that's like the wearable blanket. I was just talking to a friend who just had a baby, and we went through so many different types of swaddles. I think next time around, it's weird having a 9 month old thinking about next time around already, but next time around, those the ones that are like this, the prison ones. I did not want to use the prison ones at first. Actually, my baby started out with the transition ones that have his hands up here. I love those. So we kept those so that next time we'll just go straight to that. But when babies are super, super young, I can understand them not needing to be startled awake. So I did keep a couple of the Velcro ones. And I would say we probably used the Velcro ones more so for nap time because nap time was when he was startling himself awake in the middle of the day. So the weird thing is that the startle reflex is for their safety. So I don't think that babies need to have it go away completely, but it can be helpful just to keep one of those Velcro ones just so you have it. But for the most part, our baby used the ones that were arms up. There's a really great swaddle. And I put all of these things in my Amazon shop, by the way, so you can see what I use and what I recommend. So the one that is up like this, it's really great because it transitions. We got one that it's kind of weird to explain, but you can actually uncuff it so the arm can stretch out, right? And so it's not just like this the whole time. And so my baby grew with that one. It's a transitional one, and I love that one. There was another one that is an arms down type of swaddle. That one was okay, but I like that it had an opening in the shoulder and the baby could put the arm outside and then becomes like a wearable blanket. So I would say probably by the time he was 4 months, he was in wearable blankets. And that's what he's wearing right now. Like he's taking a nap and he's not using a blanket. We had to prepare him because when he was playing, we had to like throw a blanket on top of his head and test to see if he could pull it down. And it took us a little bit of time doing that, but we just thought it was an important skill set to have. So we'd be right there and we'd like inch it up to his nose and then have him pull it down. And so we did that exercise quite a few times. In the grand scheme of things, he doesn't sleep with the blankets. Um, he sleeps with a wearable blanket. When he was really little, I want to talk about co-sleeping for a moment. Co-sleeping is one of those things that people love to argue about. I'm not going to argue with anyone on the internet. I was one of those people, you know, that story in the Bible where those two women come to King Solomon, I believe, and they're fighting over their baby. And they're like, oh, this lady rolled over her baby in her sleep, and now she's pretending that my baby's her baby. Drama. But in that story, my takeaway was like, oh my gosh, don't go sleep, because if you go sleep, you're going to roll over your baby and the baby will die. And now you're at King Solomon's palace asking him to decide who's the mom, you know? Anyway, so I was like, no, I don't want to co-sleep. But when you're in the throes of newborn life, you kind of sort of need your baby to be close by. So I had a bedside bassinet that was on my side of the bed. And so that was helpful to be able to reach and pull the baby to me. But you know what really helped me, guys? Lying on your side and breastfeeding. God bless whoever told me about that. So let me be the one to tell you. You don't always have to sit up straight and have a pillow prop behind you while you're trying to, wake yourself up from your sleep. You can literally lie down, pull out your boob, and feed your baby. Okay? You can literally do that. And so that saved my back. I didn't start doing that until maybe like a couple months in, but oh my goodness, I loved it. The only thing is that you have to be careful to make sure like the way your body is, make sure you're sometimes I would like bend my knee and bend my arm like almost like this to make sure I wouldn't just like roll over. You want to make sure that you are not sleeping. Try to not sleep as you side lie. So my husband was there to kind of make sure I was like awake and stuff like that. But you don't have to sit all the way up when you're breastfeeding. And I thought that was a game changer. And it made those nighttime feedings way better. Not as hard as they used to be. I did have a little boppy. I like the boppy that has the backrest for the baby. I love that because not only was it secure, you could like strap it around your waist and buckle it, but also if your baby is here, it had back support for your baby as well. So your baby was lying down and you had that extra security. Your hand was there, but also the back part for your baby. That boppy is also in, I don't think it's a boppy, I think it's a mom cozy. Yeah, that one is also on my linked on my Amazon store front. Very important. I love that one, and I think I just now put it away a while ago because maybe at like 4 months or something like that because the baby was like getting the hang of it, so I didn't need it all the time. But it helps because breastfeeding, you can have that little breastfeeding hunch. You don't want that with the pillow. It kind of makes everything upright, which I liked. Um, Wearing your baby. Oh my. I loved baby wearing at the beginning. My baby's now 20 pounds and I'm not wearing him as often. He's a Velcro baby, so I carry him a lot, but I'm not wearing him. The mom cozy, it's like this beige carrier. I loved it. It's so cute. And I love the color. It was like a khaki color. My husband and I both wore it. Between the two of us, it was very adjustable and it fit very well. And I like baby wearing because my baby's cute. Let me just say that. So sometimes people be like, oh, can I carry your baby? No, because I'm carrying him and you're a stranger. I don't know why people want to carry other people's babies. It doesn't make sense to me. So, yes, I could get things done in the house also. And whenever I was in the house, I'd be like washing dishes. And this is the thing about Velcro babies. They just want to be close to you. They just want to be in the mix. They want to see what's going on. When they're in the little crib or wherever, they don't know and they feel left out. They get major FOMO. So whenever I was doing my morning walks, I could walk with the baby as I was wearing him. So I really enjoy wearing him. Even stuff like grocery shopping, I would just prefer to wear him and then have the basket in front of me. So that was helpful. I had another brand for the carrier. Not all carriers are created equal. And one was on my registry. I think it was called like the Infantino. I don't like that one. It's not as versatile, and it's just I don't like it. But the Mom Cozy one, it was good looking and it was sturdy, and it had like a crisscross design on the back, which made it really helpful for your back posture and distributing the weight of the baby very easily. And there was a little pouch in the front where you could put keys and stuff like that, and your phone. So I like that. Let me think of what else. Do, 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 do. Now that we are in the solids phase, I really like some of the things that I just got on a whim. Um, I have this breast milk freezing tool kit, and it's called Boob Cube. And they did like a competition a while back, and I won. I won some Boob Cube stuff. They were in like beta testing. Phenomenal brand. And I like it because you can use it for so many things. I used it when I was freezing milk at the very beginning. You can freeze milk in these like little pucks. I think they've since changed the design of the silicone freezing things, but you could freeze it in 1 ounce, 2 ounce, 4 ounce increments. And I loved it because I just would freeze them in batches and just like throw them in my freezer, label it. I wasn't big on like using those disposable ones that come with your insurance. I didn't really like them all that much. And I was like, I'd rather would have this. Now that my baby's no longer breastfeeding, I'm weaning him. He's no longer really breastfeeding. Um, we can use that for purees. So whenever he has his little purees and he doesn't finish them, I can freeze them and they just use them later. I can thaw them later. Just like lay it out on the counter at room temperature and it can thaw. Another really good thing is that we got similar kind of idea, but it's for baby popsicles. So there was this thing, it's like a silicone popsicle mold. I wish I was showing you all these things. I have to do another video where I show you. But the silicone popsicle mold and the mold, I can freeze breast milk in there. And then I would just pop them out and keep them in my freezer. And whenever the baby wanted like a little snack in between feeding, I would put the frozen breast milk puck. It was like this big, okay, like this big. And then I would give it to him in a popsicle. And it's cool because the popsicle holder had a teeter on it. So he would finish his popsicle and he would chew on it. And I could just wash it and sanitize it and use it over and over again. Now that he's not drinking breast milk, I do the same thing. Anytime he finishes, he's eating a puree and he doesn't finish it, I will freeze the leftovers and just give it to him later. So I love it for that. I'm trying to think quickly as he's waking up here. Any other hack? Oh, um, I use a breast pump called the Lancino Duo, I believe. I really enjoy that pump because I like being able to walk around. The idea of being in 2025 and not being able to use your breast pump, like and freely walk around, is wild to me. I didn't like when I very briefly had one of those pumps that you had to plug up to, the wall and sit there for a while. Yes, it was efficient, but I felt like my Lancino was just fine for my needs. I wasn't trying to be an overproducer and pump a lot. It was not that serious. Um, so I really like the Lancino, but even more than the Lancino Duo, there is something called the Boon. It's a passive milk collector. And so it is silicone and it works with suction. It's very similar to the Haka, but it is shaped to discreetly fit inside your bra. I love that one. I think I'm still going to pump next time, but I'm going to use the Boon even more because what was great about it is that whenever I was breastfeeding my baby, I would just put the Boon on the other side and it would passively collect because you're still having letdown. And so it was collecting my letdown. There would be times where it would collect 3, 4 ounces of letdown, not pumping, letdown. And so I would collect that and I would keep it in the fridge for the next time I was feeding him. I love that. And it just felt like a cheat code. So if you haven't already tried that, look into the Boon. also on my Amazon storefront, so you can find it easily. A lot of people have said things about overproduction and the haka and the suction may be agitating that. Please, please, please see a lactation consultant to get all of those questions answered. I actually did see a lactation consultant before the baby arrived, and I found it to be very, very helpful. So that is something I would recommend. Let me think of what else. Yeah, that's all I can think about right now. Yeah, 30 minutes worth of hacks. But yes, I feel like it felt important for me to pause and share some of these hacks because the internet is full of reasons why you shouldn't have a baby, reasons why having a baby is so hard, and oh my goodness, I can't do this. You can do this. And I'm going to, as your internet sis, help you all of the things that my sister and my community, my village helped me with. I'm going to try and share so that you don't have to suffer, so that you don't have to struggle. If I have figured out something, I'm definitely going to share with you all. So I hope you enjoyed these hacks. I'm going to try to share a few of them in shorts and reels so that you have them readily available. Oh, last one. I just remembered. Just remembered. Um, this one is not really about um, baby stuff, but this is for you as a mother. I would realize that some days I would wake up and just kind of go through the day and I wouldn't be super productive. And I have to tell you that you don't have to be productive every day, especially if you're a stay at home mom, especially if you just had a baby. Release yourself from this idea that being a good mom means you're productive. Maybe all you did was sit with your baby and you were nap trapped for 6 hours throughout the day, right? Maybe you're nap trapped for hourly chunks. That's okay. Sometimes all your baby needs is you and not the fancy plans that you had for the day. Help yourself out, regulate yourself by, sorry to say, getting up before the baby if possible. And if that just means splashing some water on your face and putting some lip gloss on, then that's it, right? Do something for yourself so you still feel human. For me, mine was taking showers. I love to take a shower. And if I'm able to be freshly washed and lotioned and my teeth are brushed and all the things, that's one of my like daily non-negotiables. I have to have a shower just so I feel like, yes, I'm a mom, but I'm a real person. And so my husband was very helpful in making sure that I was able to do all those things. But a second thing that made my life easy is a uniform. And this summer, and when my baby was born last summer, I have just been living in tennis dresses. So a tennis dress is typically a dress that has a built-in bra and built-in shorts, something that you can pull on easily, and it's usually one piece. It could be a jumpsuit, anything that is like that's like athleisure that you can wear. I love it because I can be active with my baby, but if I need to go run a quick errand, I'm dressed for the day. I'm not sitting around in sweatpants. Sitting around in sweatpants is not the end of the world. It's not criminal, but it does something to your brain when you get dressed. So you figure out what that uniform looks like. For me, my summer uniform and my mommy uniform has been tennis dresses and kind of like athleisure that allows me to move and do certain things. So I encourage you to make a little bit of a uniform for yourself just to make yourself feel human. It's really important. Your baby needs you to be human. It's not just for you, it's for your baby too. You respond differently to different life challenges when you feel like you're a real person. Okay, I feel like I was pushing it with this 30-minute live while this baby was sleeping. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your great comments on all the things as I'm making this shift in how I create content as a mom. I don't want to give up. I don't want to stop sharing information. I think it's important to show up for myself, for you guys, for this channel, because I think it's important to show this part of the journey, not always the squeaky clean and perfect parts, but just the everyday parts. So, yeah, God bless you all. Take care. See you in the next video. Bye. Thanks for watching.